What is going on, guys, and welcome. Today we're jumping into Assetto Corsa, but more importantly, I'm excited to be going through and showing you some of my favorite mods relating to Initial D. So what I'm going to be going through today is everything Initial D related. So if you're new to Assetto Corsa or you're contemplating grabbing the title, these mods are some of my must-have picks. So starting out with the number one must-have is Akina Pass, arguably the most popular location in the series and where Initial D's main protagonist, Takumi Fujiwara, drove to make his daily delivery of tofu. So what could be more fitting for this challenging section of road than the white ghost of Akina, Takumi Fujiwara's Toyota AE86 Sprinter. This is the second stage version within the series, putting out 240 horsepower at a crazy 11,000 RPM. Now, this AE86 is part of the Initial D car pack, which is a 5-car pack. We've got an EG Civic, 3 versions of the FD RX-7, 2 versions of the FC RX-7. We've got a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 3 and the famous AE86 Sprinter. And check this cup holder out. Now, for those not familiar with the cup holder or the Initial D series, the cup holder was used as a training aid by Takumi during his morning tofu delivery service. His father would fill up a cup with water, place it in the cup holder with the aim of teaching Takumi to not spill a single drop while driving. Now, not only did this keep the tofu safe in the boot during delivery, but taught Takumi how to drive smoothly. Right, well, the cup holder definitely isn't working for me. Next up, we have another Initial D inspired track. This time we're at Irahazaka, which is the home course of Team Emperor, and to go along with it, the Team Emperor Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 3. So we have 4-wheel drive, 350 horsepower, coming from what feels like a super light car, massive amounts of low speed grip, and the ability to just chew through low speed corners and hairpins. We've also got the Team Emperor stickers in the back window, so nice touch there. Now, if you haven't noticed already, I'm running the Initial D6 HUD, and as soon as I saw it, I was absolutely blown away. We have an awesome looking circular map. We've got an awesome looking tachometer and speedo combo, current lap time, best lap time, last lap time. I just think it's a really clean and crisp implementation, and it's easily one of the best head-up displays I've ever seen in Assetto Corsa. Now, of course, it does aim to replicate the head-up display from the Initial D Stage 6 arcade machine, and I'd say it gets pretty damn close and makes playing Initial D-themed cars and tracks feel much more authentic, almost to the point I find myself occasionally forgetting I'm actually playing Assetto Corsa. Next up, let's take a look at the next track, Mount Myogi, which is home of the Myogi Night Kits. And how fitting that we're currently riding in Shingo Shoji's EG6 Honda Civic. So we have close to 200 horsepower out of a light short wheelbase front wheel drive car, and this car really requires a change in driving style from your typical rear wheel drive car. This thing suffers from your typical front wheel drive torque steer and front wheel drive power on understeer, but what makes it a lot of fun is how you can still keep on the power while initiating the handbrake. So you're able to slide the rear end out, keep the accelerator floored, and guide the slide while still powering the front wheels. Now, I also have to say that the sound sample used for the engine isn't the best, and it kind of lacks the crispness and fidelity that you'd find in other cars. But overall, it looks pretty good. We've got the Myogi Night Kid stickers and decals. We've got the Fat Cannon exhaust. We've got Brembo brakes. Overall, looking pretty good. The next track we've got is Akagi, home of the Akagi Red Suns, and a huge lineup of the Red Suns FC and FD-RX-7s. Now, all the FD-RX-7s put out in excess of 350 horsepower and can be somewhat hairy to drive. But how cool is this RE Amamiya wide body kit? We've got some awesome front and rear carbon fiber diffusers, but really it's the wide body kit that I think makes it look so cool. Now, this is the 5th stage FD-RX-7 driven by Keisuke Takanashi, so we have 370 plus horsepower, rear wheel drive, definitely a lot of fun to drive. But let's check out the Stage 2 RX-7. Now, one thing to note about this is the Mazda Speed A-Spec front bumper, which has these really aggressive and dominant driving lights. But the interior looks pretty awesome, it drives awesome, it slides awesome, overall a pretty awesome car. Next, let's check out the FC RX-7. So, we've got 260 horsepower. We've got the cool Akagi Red Suns decals and stickers. Nice, nice. Question though is, does it slide? Guess it does. Now, just as an overall comment about this Initial D car pack, all the cars do come with a drift tyre and a grip tyre, and also to note that there is a notepad disclaimer that comes along with the pack stating that the cars have been balanced to compete against each other and that the physics don't represent what the cars feel like in a real life situation, as they're not based on any accurate data. With that being said though, overall they don't feel that bad. The steering weight I did find a little heavy in one or two of the cars, but that's nothing that a few quick presses of the minus key on the number pad won't fix. And for those unaware of that, pressing plus or minus on the number pad will adjust and save individual cars' force feedback without affecting the global force feedback for other cars. Finally, we've got Shomaru Toge, home of a tea house and one of the locations characters gather before racing. Now, what makes this track spectacular is its narrowness, and it is essentially a single lane road, which can make it really hairy at times, but definitely awesome nonetheless for drivers wanting a bit more of a challenge. Now, there is both an uphill and downhill version of this track, but my pick would have to be this uphill version. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. A first for me in terms of anything Initial D related, but I thought I had to cover Initial D after the release of the Initial D HUD, which I can't emphasize enough how much I love. But anyway, that's it for me. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos in the future, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all again next time.